At 6 o'clock tonight, we took an in-depth look at what kind of winter could be ahead if an El Nino continues to develop. That unusually warm water in the Pacific has a history of bringing us welcome rain, but also some ice, snow, even tornadoes in the winter. Austin's not known for its cold climate. Many Christmases, you can even step outside in shorts and a t-shirt. But that's not always the case. Tonight, as winter approaches, we're taking a look back at one of Austin's worst. It was 30 years ago.
News 36 tonight.
This is a rare sight. We don't get it very often.
1985, Austin's population passes 400,000, less than half the size it is now. The UT campus with a sight rarely seen. Snow in the foreground with the UT Tower and Texas Memorial Stadium in the background. The man taking these pictures, who was a freshman at the time, tells us students borrowed trays from the Dobie cafeteria to sled down 21st Street toward the stadium.
And there's different types of snow, and this is the best because it's a lot of moisture, and that makes for great snowballs and snow people, as Jim Swift would put it, instead of snowmen.
One day after the new year begins, January 2nd, Central Texans wake up to this: 3.9 inches of snow, causing the city to come to a stop.
These students made sure none of the snow at the Capitol was wasted.
But that was not the end.
For the second time in less than 2 weeks, another major winter storm, this one worse than the first, has frozen in most of Austin and Central Texas.
January 12th, just 10 days later, Austin gets another round of winter weather with 3 more inches of snow.
You know, Christmas was what, a little over 2.5 weeks ago? Now it looks like Christmas outside.
Parts of Hayes County see more than 7 inches.
I'm in the service, so I spent some time in Alaska, and I've driven in all kinds of weather, but these people down here, they don't see snow enough to know what's going on.
A much more dangerous situation than the week before.
As a result, you're driving on ice with a cover of snow.
The snowfall wraps up the next day on January 13th after more than another inch. In total, 3 days of snow over a week and a half and 7.5 inches total in the Austin area.
You said a foot in San Antonio?
That is right, up to a foot or more. Again, more snow than they've seen in 100 years.
That second system on January 12th brought 13 inches of snow to San Antonio, shattering an entire winter's snowfall record of 7.4 inches set back in 1926.
And we'll be here again tomorrow at 10 with the latest on this winter weather, along with all tomorrow's national and international news. So we'll see you then.
Good night.
How rare is that much snow? Well, it wasn't until 19 years later that Austin saw its next inch of snow. On Valentine's Day 2004, 1.6 inches of snow fell in the city. But the most snow ever recorded in Austin for an entire year fell in just one day, and it wasn't even winter. November 11th, 1937, 9.7 inches of snow accumulates a month before winter even began.
Nice to see our colleagues from 29 years ago down memory lane. They did a good job covering it back then, but you know, it's a good thing we didn't have any snow last week.
Right, we had the Arctic air in place, we just didn't have the precipitation, but we may be seeing some scenes like that. We're not forecasting inches of snow this winter, but we are forecasting now. The new Climate Prediction Center winter outlook out today says colder than normal winter ahead, wetter than normal winter ahead. When you put those two things together, well, you get some snow and some ice sometimes. And like the guy in the story said, we still can't drive on it.